Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the psychic astrologer. My website is readingsbyleonardtmunson.net. The weekly overview, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, from April the 2nd, from May the 2nd to the 9th, 2024. This is a collective reading, so take what you need and leave the rest. We're going to talk about your career and employment. I like to wish all the Tauruses happy solar return. I like to wish you health, wealth, success, and happiness, and love, and mostly love for yourself. For the first 56 days of your new solar return, everyone is willing to assist and help you in anything you need. So go out and ask. Okay? Now, the sun in Taurus represents love, money, work, and possession, and focus. We also have Jupiter in Taurus. So for those who are not satisfied with their career or their employment, Jupiter is the planet of expansion, growth, new opportunities, abundance, blessing, wealth, karma, and the truth. Opportunities for new jobs, new direction in your career will occur. But you got to pick the one that has the longevity, that's going to last. Because you got to remember that Jupiter goes in each sign for 12 years. So this got to last you for 12 years where you can grow from one point to the other. Okay? Some of you will be opening up your own business too. We also have Venus in Taurus. So work. So some of you might be working in something to do with aesthetics, something to do with beauty, luxury, or the finery things in life. We also have Uranus in Taurus. Some of you are unstable, are dissatisfied with the employment or the job that you have. It's bringing chaos and changes that you don't like. So some of you will be leaving a job. Some of you will be going back to school in a new direction for a job. And some of you will be getting a promotion or more responsibility. Then we have the moon in Aquarius. That's your emotional groundedness. Trust your intuition at this time, Taurus. Aquarius represents Uranus. So things are going to happen all of a sudden that's going to change things for the better. So who's been stagnated in their career and employment, that is going to be lifted. Okay, we have Mercury in Aries. So some of you might be going into something to do with technology and communication. And, okay, we have Venus in Taurus. We just said that, okay? Mars is in Aries, it's home base. So it's time for action. You've been thinking, you've been talking, you've been strategizing about these changes. It's time for action. We have Saturn in Pisces. You've got to get out of that old foundation, put a new foundation in your career, okay? So you got to think outside the box. You got to be open-minded. So some of you might be going in the direction of healing, emotional healing, like a psychiatrist, a counselor, a therapist, or a life coach. All right? Then we have Neptune in Pisces. There's some secret entities that are trying to block you in your career. So you got to keep your mouth shut. So Neptune in Pisces, there's fear. Fear is the illusion in this matrix. Once you look at it in its eye, it has no power. So get your head out the cloud, take the rose-colored glasses off, and stop this fantasy and this delusion and step out. We have Pluto in Aquarius. So renewal, transformation. So this transformation change is going to occur in your career and employment. You will go with the change and assist it, or the change is going to be forced upon you. There will be some layoffs for some of you, and this is the time for you to rest and go back to school. The North Node in Aries, these are lessons that you need to learn this lifetime about career and employment. So it's time for action. Chiron in Aries, you got to heal yourself from disappointment. Every failure, Taurus, is a success because you are learning what not to do when you go back in a different direction. All right, the next sign is Virgo. Virgo, your solar sun is in the 9th house. The 9th house is Sagittarius, the house of universal truth, religion, philosophy, mysticism, dreams, higher education, international travel, international culture. Some of you are going to be learning a foreign language, or dealing with foreigners, or come in contact with a lot of foreigners. Okay? Virgo, the sun is in Taurus. This is going to benefit all earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So it deals with love, money, work, and possession. So we're going to talk about work. So it's time for you to look and view your work environment. Do you love doing what you're doing? Do you like doing what you're doing? If you don't, you got to change it. And get out of your head, Virgo, and stop being overcritical, and take action. The moon in Aquarius, your psychic ability is going to be very heightened at this time, so trust it. The moon represents your emotional groundedness and releasing things that's been holding you back, your thinking, and things coming to the head, and hidden enemies. Mercury in Aries, so some of you might be going in the direction of form of communication and technology. All right, Venus and Taurus, some of you going into aesthetics, deal with the beauty industry, interior decoration, things that lift people up. Mars and Aries, its home base, it's time for action. Stop thinking about it, do something about it. Okay, Jupiter and Taurus, opportunity for expansion, growth, abundance, blessing, wealth, karma, and the truth is coming to you. But you got to pick the right one that's going to have the longevity. We have Saturn and Pisces. You got to tear that old thinking and foundation down and think and have open-mindedness. So some of you might be going in a field that has to do with healing, emotional healing, psychiatrist, therapist, counselor, life coach. Uranus and Taurus, transformation, change. So that's the effect this change is happening. Some of you will be opening up your own business. Neptune and Pisces, fear, illusion, fantasy, get out of that. The North Node in Aries, Taurus, and Virgo, this is the lessons that you need to learn this lifetime about your career and employment. And Chiron in Aries is to heal. Every failure is a victory, okay? The next sign is Capricorn. Capricorn, your solar sun is in the 5th house. The 5th house is Leo. It's a house of self-expression, children, matters of the heart. And also deal with morals, principles, leadership, judges, arts and entertainment, and self. So some of you have been neglecting yourself and letting your career run over you. All right? Sun in Taurus. This is going to benefit all earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So we're talking about the work. So you need to be focused. If you don't like what you're doing, then go focus on something that's going to bring you a better rewards in your career. Something that you love doing. The moon in Aquarius is your emotional groundedness. Trust your intuition and psychic ability. The moon represents releasing things that you've been holding yourself back. So some of you, Capricorn, have been self-sabotaging your career, okay? And afraid to move forward. Move forward, baby. Mercury in Aries. So Mercury in Aries dealing with technology or communication field. So some of you are going to go in that field or go in something more advanced, okay? IT, okay? Computer repairs, etc. Venus and Taurus is work. Some of you might be going in the beauty industry, something to do with interior decorating, aesthetic, things to bring people's feelings and make them feel comfortable with different beauty thing. Mars in Aries is his home base, so you got to take the vigor, the force, the passion, the energy to stay focused, to go forward what you want to do in your career. Jupiter in Taurus, opportunities for expansion, growth, abundance, blessing, wealth, karma, but you got to pick the right one that has the longevity, okay? Saturn in Pisces, tear down an old foundation and think outside the box, have an open mind, something to do with healing, therapy, counseling, life coach, psychiatrist, counselor. Uranus and Taurus, upheaval, chaos, change that will bring you freedom, independence in your career. Neptune and Pisces, the fear, the illusion, head in the clouds, fantasy. Take those rose-colored glasses and look that fear in this eye. It has no power. Pluto and Aquarius, transformation and change. Let's go with the change. So a new technology area is going to explode and open up. The North Node in Aries, these are lessons that you need to learn, Capricorn, in this lifetime about your career. So it's time for action. Chiron in Aries, healing yourself from disappointment that every failure is a victory. And Operate in silence. Keep your mouth shut. Don't let nobody know your plans and what you're doing, because they will try to sabotage it because they don't want to do the work. You got to do the